price is set to distract most of the retail investors so that they won't see the value in the underlying asset. And at this time, you see and listen to Christine Lagarde, the ECB chief, again dropping bombs regarding the economy. And that's not a small thing. As investors turn into crypto amid rising uncertainty in the economy, the future of finance is kind of understood easily. The future of money is changing so fast. And it's unfortunate that some elected politicians do not understand this. They are bashing Brian Brooks of OCC because they are standing for fintech and crypto. On the other side, regulations are so slow and they are trying to say, we need more time, it has to be done in the proper way, blah, blah, blah. And even on the other hand, idiotic claims are being made stating XRP has to be declared as security. Come on, guys. Give that guy a round of applause. Let him be happy. Without looking at the value of the asset, he is stating this, and as we go forward, you're going to understand what it really means for us. Welcome to the Scientific Investor family, where we discuss crypto and science behind investing regularly. If you saw value for your time, please do support the channel, hit that like and subscribe button. If you would like to extend your support, you can use that Patreon, PayPal or the XRP wallet address given in the description below. Looking at the price and the general crypto market, you can see there are chances that it's going to go much higher. And for BTC especially, it's now forming this pattern, the break of which will give you a movement towards $17,000 Bitcoin. Now charts, the technical language is important to understand. And if you would like to get more value for your portfolio, you can use that Patreon in the description below. It will give you more value. It will enable you to understand your portfolio more and to position yourself to benefit from the upcoming bull run. As it is clearly highlighted by Ben here, price is the greatest tool of misdirection. And the devil is in the details. You have to look under the hood, and the people don't have time or patience to look under the hood. And that's what always happens with the small investors. They are kind of influenced. Now, when they say small investors, it's, like those who invest $5,000, $10,000, even $50,000. Because the giant foods, they would be playing in millions. So at that time, when you jump and look at the price, you can see that price can distract you when the price is kind of like this. For example, XRP, it's still at the lows. If you look at the XRP chart, zoomed out view, you can still see a lot of bearishness, or at least we are in the downside trend, which we were traveling from a long time, which now we have managed to break above and move to the other side. If you are comparing the price of XRP with that of Ether or Bitcoin, you can see a lot of divergence right now. Bitcoin is moving to the upside. The low for Bitcoin was around 3,000 and now it's reaching around 16,000, and we are eyeing a move towards 17,000 now. When I say that, you have to clearly understand that 17,000 after the break of this pattern. Until this pattern is broken, you have to understand that it will move within this pattern. It can come to the downside here, 15,400, then bounce again towards 15,900, and again it can do the same unless it breaks. And if it doesn't break to the upside, do watch out. If it breaks to the downside, it is a negative symbol. Now at the same time, you have to understand it can also give a false signal. It can go to the downside, make a wick here, and then it will be kind of a signal for short-term traders. Okay, we are gonna go for a sell position, and it may directly go to the upside. So that kind of makes your position stuck for a long time. Now if you look at Ethereum, you can see this is happening with Ethereum. Previously it was moving in this range of 300, 320, and from there right now we are around 460. As we talked previously, once we breach 480 mark, then there is a little bit of overhead resistance around say 485, 490, but after which we would be rocketing towards $800 Ethereum. Now, when these are being said for other assets, XRP is still moving in a little bit of slowly, a bull which has been sedated. That's what I personally think about XRP. But when you look at the pattern, say this is the 200-day moving average on a 3-day chart. The price is being restricted by the 200-day moving average, and the same is being supported by 50-day moving average on a 3-day chart. Now, if you zoom out and look at the history, where was a similar situation? The price, the 50-day moving average, crossed the 200-day moving average. It was below that for a long time. Now it was getting closed here, and then after some time it bursted. So if you look at the same here, you can see it crossed to the downside. It's still getting closer to crossing above that 200-day moving average, which is like the golden cross on a 3-day chart. But if you come to a daily chart, you can see that we have been crossing to the upside intermediately, giving a false sign of golden cross. But here something really changed. Here we crossed above at this particular time, say early May 2019, but immediately we came back below that. But now it seems like we crossed and we are retesting this area, and if we are able to bounce from here, this golden cross is valid, and those who bought based on that is going to have enormous amount of profit as we travel to the upside. So technicals are clearly giving you a sign that price is distracting a lot of guys, at least if you look at XRP. Looking at the value of the asset, it's clear that we are going to go a lot higher from where we are right now. Now, if you look at this from Christine Lagarde, they talk clearly about how world is shifting. When I say world, I mean the money. When I say money, it connected directly to the central banks, as they are the custodians of that money. So in this form, you have to understand, if you don't align your portfolio in such a manner, you may lose a lot of profit.
But it is important to ensure that financing conditions remain favorable. And this is why the Governing Council announced last month that we will recalibrate our instruments as appropriate to respond to the unfolding situation.
One, she's pointing towards a recalibration of the instruments used to support the economy. And on the other end, she is highlighting more stimulus. So what can it do? More money printing, more money printing, more money printing. That means eventually, right now, you're going to solve these issues with more printing. At least you can support the economy, but eventually that fiat is going to be devalued. Inflation or hyperinflation is going to arrive in your territory. So they understand this, and that is why they are going to look at instruments which can be used. Thus, they will actually use that instrument to recalibrate the existing system so that they can manage this going forward. Now, as we say that, you have to understand, money is entering into digital assets. Precisely, if you look at crypto, majority of them are going into Bitcoin and Ether. Now, yes, we can argue that Bitcoin came way early, and that's the reason why it has that regulatory clarity. But what about Ethereum? So there are a lot of politics inside this. When they say regulatory clarity needs more time to give appropriate clarifications, you have to understand, then why does Ethereum and Bitcoin has it? Even though it is Chinese controlled, it has regulations in US. You have to see the irony there. The US side of it is still not having that clarity. And then comes stuff like this. And you have to understand, these are guys who always complain, say Amazon is not paying taxes. Amazon, you don't come to our territory, run away. The issue here is our school system is so fraudulent. They don't teach you about money. Yeah, they will say, go to school, get a job, earn money, blah, blah, blah. But end of the day, it's all about money, and they won't teach you about that. Financial literacy and financial education is different. And they never give you financial education. They never understand that the taxes are different based on the income you get. if it is an earned income, passive income, portfolio income, it's all differently taxed. And investors are never taxed in majority of the geographical area in the world. You have to look at that. Right now, these guys are kind of financial illiterate, trying to push out the future of money. So the sheeps easily follow them because they also don't have the financial education and they never try to obtain that. And then when we say these kind of stuff and we try to learn more and more about value of an asset, you kind of get FUD immediately. Like say this is one of a technical analyst who does give technical analysis sometimes, which are okay, cool, great. But